XJ Engineering. Now today's video we're looking at the difference, what happens when you take down the clutch pedal. That's what happens on top of that video. Okay, with hydraulic, that's what happens when you take down the pedal. Before you engage in the gear, you take down the pedal, and for you to set off, the fluid is pushed from the master cylinder through the high pressure lines to either disengage or release to engage the flywheel with the clutch, okay, for you to operate the machine. Next, we are going to talk about the push rods. With push rods, these are only metallic rods, or let me say metallic arms, which help you to either descend a hill or ascend the hill after engaging a gear in your gearbox. So the forklift acts on a pressure release bearing or for you to engage in the gear. When you look at this car moving or the driver struggling when the car is stuck, just think of the interior that he is either fighting with the clutch, and whenever you're fighting with the clutch, that is what happens. Or when you're joining on the road, that also happens. Now, when you look at this guy, he's joining on the road, you have to take a pause before he joins on the road. Whether you're speeding up or for you to leave because the engine still remains idling or moving as you fight to engage or disengage the gearbox. And next, let's talk about the push rods. With the push rods, these are all metals or rods that are connected with the return springs to help you to push your power when you take down the pedal up to the release fork. Next, we are going to have a vacuum, which is sometimes called the air. Here, when you take down the pedal with this system, the air in the system from the reservoir are automatically, because we got a solenoid that is turned on by the computer to push pressure. This is what helps you over. It's called air gauge. Then this is the cable. When you talk about the cable clutch system, this is how it works. Commonly used in motorcycles, but nowadays even on vehicles it is there. Okay, that's how it is used. But the advantage with it is commonly get stuck with the rusting, so high maintenance costs. When you look at the truck, they usually use air. That's why you hear that. Okay. When you look at that pause, before he sets off, he operated the clutch pedal. Then next we are going to talk about, I've talked about the hydraulic push rods. We have a pulley system also. With the pulley system, it is a rope. You look at that pause, then he sets off. So he operated the clutch. Look at that pause, then he sets off. Then next I'm going to talk about that is the clutch. You engage in the gear and then you set off. Lastly, I'm talking about the electronic clutch system, which uses power by the cable. Just it is a sensor up on the clutch pedal, which senses that there is need for the fork to open or there is need for the fork to close when the pedal is either fully pressed or fully released. So with this one, it only sends electrons to the actuator in conjunction with the motor. So the motor will either push to open or to release. So with electronics, not much here, but I'm going to talk about the advantages of all. Now, mostly commonly we have the hydraulic used, air system, and computer too. Because computer is requires less energy. And hydraulic, it has the only advantage with hydraulic is it is easy to maintain and cheap to look after. But with the rest of the other systems are complicated now, like the cable, it gets stuck always. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Just subscribe. Talex here.